How to move the 6 chess pieces. Pawns move one space towards the opponent's side of the board at a time, unless it's the first time they're being moved, where you can choose to move it 1 or 2 spaces up to the opponent's side of the board. They can only capture pieces diagonally in front of them, but cannot capture directly in front, but instead are unable to move forward. Rooks move any number of squares side to side or back and forth. Cannot move diagonally or jump pieces, but instead capture the first enemy piece it moves into. Knights move in the shape of an L. 2 squares in one direction except diagonal, and 1 more in a 90-degree angle, or 1 square in any direction except diagonal, and then 2 more at the 90-degree angle. And can jump pieces and capture any opponent's piece in the final move position. Bishops move any number of spaces diagonally. They capture the first enemy piece they move into. The queen will move any number of spaces in any direction. She captures the first enemy piece she moves into. The king can move 1 space in any direction, but can never move itself into check. Whenever the king is in a threatened space, meaning if an action is not taken but the next turn the king's going to be captured, the attacking player must say check. The opponent must then use their turn to protect the king by either moving the king out of check, moving a different piece to block the path of the attacker, or by capturing the piece that's threatening the king. They move into a position that's threatening the king and the king cannot escape the capture, then it's considered checkmate and the attacker wins. A draw or stalemate is indicated when the king is not in a position to be captured and cannot illegally move any of their pieces. Or in any other scenario is when there's an impossibility of checkmate. This when there's only 2 kings left on the board. There are also 2 other unique ways of moving pieces. The first is called castling. You move your king 2 spaces towards the side of the rook and put the rook on the opposite side of the king. It has to be both of their pieces first moves, and to make sure the king isn't in a position to be captured or passes through check and doesn't end in it. The second is called en passant. If a pawn jumps 2 spaces landing on the other side, the pawn can capture in the diagonal attack where it could have been captured, like this. The first player to checkmate their opponent's king wins. Check how to set up in the other video.